logical thinking and what is happening. So I'll take you to this quote. What I enjoy most is watching my idea take shapes and eventually come to life. The thing is, the mechanical engineers are someone who are creator of imagination. Whatever you have in your imagination, you will design it, then create it. That's why we are called as creator of the world as well. So this is a short glimpse of what mechanical engineers obviously will be doing. Like when you have something to be done, something clicks in your mind, you start with the sketching, you go with the diagram, then you slightly start with making a prototype, then you evolve into a final component. So that is why mechanical engineering is also called as mother of engineering or godfather of engineering, because none of the engineering student will graduate without engineering drawing, which is the basic from mechanical engineering. So before beginning, right? Mm, I don't know. I think some flow I have kept. I think I missed it somewhere. All right. So the design field in mechanical engineering, that actually has different domains where you would have studied about strength of material, that is what is called as theory of machines or mechanics or mechanical system design. We have a specific course on design. Automotive technology, tribology, where you study about characterization and stuff. When you go for thermal engineering, your basic is energy, like it will be heat or electricity, maybe like solar or wind, whatever the energy are going to be, everything is based on thermal engineering. Because of the heat will be converted into energy. Then refrigeration and air conditioning, cryogenic engineering, where we deal on sub-zero temperatures like minus 200 degrees Celsius. Then come to the CFD, you would have known, like someone would have studied about the CFD software. And when you go on materials and manufacturing domain, you have advanced materials, advanced manufacturing process, where you have welding, casting, forming, machining, all those stuff. And industrial engineering, where you'll be dealing more on lean six sigma sustainability. Of course we have industry 4.0, everything like that. Now we have the emerging technology, additive and digital manufacturing, which is also called as advanced manufacturing system, which is our hybrid manufacturing system. Then we have the specific domain called as robotics and automation, where industrial robotics, computer graphics and mechanical system and modeling are dominating the field right now, right? Thinking about your career, of course you have a lot of confusions. What is to be done? Either after mechanical engineering I should go for IAS exam, or I should go for MTech, or I should prepare for UPSC, or I should go for some job in defense, or I should go for an MBA, or of course I should land in IT. You have a lot of confusions. Let me throw some light on it, so that like you'll have some output with this, and with the end of this thing you'll have some output, like okay, what this is what you are going to do with this particular thing, right? Of course there is, you may not have any idea, but I can confidently say, like I can throw some seed into your mind, so that you will get inspired with some ideas, certainly. Of course, when you people think mostly it is competition, competition can be easily cracked with collaboration. It is like, if you run alone, you cannot run for a distance. But if you run together, everyone can separate a distance and move on. So that's how the collaboration works. Not in exam actually, but before the exam. Like that's how it actually works. Before the exam, however you are going to prepare, how you are going to help each other, how you are going to develop your skills. That's actually, of course, we have a lot of business markets and job opportunities. We'll explore slowly what actually it is going to pay you with that time, right? So going with this career opportunity, you have plenty of job and research and development. As I'm from research and development, I can say like a company like ISRO, DRDO, CSIR, maybe like other HAL is there, Industrial Aeronautical Limited. Mostly these are the things where you have research done, development laboratories. And now even the most prominent thing is like the private concern started developing R&Ds. Like the best thing what we have is General Electronics or General Motors, where you have mostly R&D to be done. And when you have other companies like you have Lincoln, you have Tata Research Labs, you have Hyundai Research Center. Like, so you have plenty of jobs in research oriented thing. This is applicable for every one of us. They need the basic qualification to be mechanical engineering. And of course, when you go on design, like you have again too many softwares to be known, like what we are slowly exploring. If I'm not wrong, you would have gone with some basic softwares like AutoCAD, Flowy, CATIA, whatever the steps it is. So you have a better future in design as well. But you have to be more predominant because like earlier design was tough task where you have hardly find a system and stick. Now everyone is having gadget, so now everyone is comfortable with design. So slowly the market potential got reduced to that. Testing is completely on destructive and non-destructive mostly, where you have inspection courses like where you have like ultrasonic testing or radio, where you have NDT level 1, level 2. All these things, when you complete some courses on that added value to your profile. And of course in manufacturing, either it is going to be process or plant layout, whatever it is going to be, either it is casting or machining, everywhere they need a mechanical engineer. It is not just on a particular domain, like whatever the domain you have, like everywhere the mechanical engineering input is required. So operation and maintenance, of course, like whatever the company it is, either it is a hospital, either it is a shipyard, either it is a airport, like whatever it is, the machine maintenance and operations will be completely controlled by a mechanical engineer. So the basic qualification earlier it was ITI or diploma. Now due to the increase in courses, like now the requirement from company also gradually increased to be mechanical engineering. And of course you have a bright future in marketing and sale as well. If you are having good communication skill, as well as you have a command on your languages, you have a better future in marketing and sales, because the product which is being manufactured by a mechanical engineer can only be sold very easily by a mechanical person who knows the complete detailing of a product. It is not about selling a soap or selling a some dabba or something. It is like selling a machine component. What a mechanical engineer has actually done is, in your maybe in your college you may be having lathe machine, drilling machine, or some turbines, all those stuffs. Wherever you have this, marketing head will be a mechanical engineer, because he knows the technical content of that, and he conveys in a, it is not like just selling a product, it is about elaborating the product in a detailed way with the knowledge what you have acquired. And of course you have basic and best profile in administrative and management, because you are all logical thinkers, which means you can get accommodated to any situation, you can handle anything with the course what you are doing. So that is what the mechanical engineering altogether gives you over here. So let me sum up this thing, like why I've specifically taken this design only is like designing, when we were discussing all these stuffs, if you think it is only on mechanical science or mechanical side, it is completely a myth. It is completely a myth. Whatever the research which is happening in genetic engineering, you have a role as a mechanical engineer role. Whatever the research which is happening in IT and software, you have a role as a mechanical engineer. So every domain has a role with assigned to the mechanical engineer. I'll just at last give up like what are the actual things which is required by mechanical engineer. So if you go for design, like mechanical system design, you have the circuit board design, you have, and of course motherboard chip. So you can interrelate, like your designing is not only some design which has a mechanical component. Of course it can be a circuit board design, of course it can be an IC design, where you are going to connect with all the department. One single term, whatever you can see through your eyes, everywhere mechanical engineer is involved. Whatever you can see through your eyes except living things, so we are not manufacturing living things, so it's something which biologically created. So accept that the man created, whatever the man create from a design to product, everywhere the mechanical engineering is involved. So now you could understand a great logic, like what is the job opportunity we have wide open up. And only thing is we are more constrained. We just look for companies like Hyundai, Ford, Tata, or some other companies like General Motors. Maybe like local we have TVS, Ashok Leyland. These are not only company, they are going to provide you with jobs. There are multi-level software service business analytics, management company, those are all in need of mechanical engineer with your skill sets, right? So based on industries, of course, like I'll just list off few things what is can be done. Automotive, as I was saying, like Hyundai, Ford, and Sticks. And the best thing that changes the world is SpaceX. Again, it's a aerospace based automotive company, right? Manufacturing and material processing. So what are the company you see anywhere, like whether it is a coke plant, either it is a board manufacturing, breadboard manufacturing plant, or IC engine manufacturing plant, or chips manufacturing plant, or pen drive manufacturing plant, whatever it is, if it is having any manufacturing and material processing, of course there is a job opportunity for a mechanical engineer. Plant engineering and maintenance, like whatever the, even it is going to be chemical, if it is going to be a chemical industry, you have still a domain over there as a role, role as a mechanical engineer over there. You will be maintaining the system over there, you will be controlling stuffs over there, you will be coordinating things over there. So of course even there you have something. Of course refrigeration and air conditioning, you don't have any other thing, only it will be completely based on fluid mechanics and thermal engineering, where you have the strong domain. So now you think of like every house has AC or fridge, like then you would have seen how many mechanical engineers will be involved in that particular domain alone. Then comes industrial maintenance engineering. Whatever the industry you have, like it is just plant engineering and maintenance, you have industrial maintenance engineering, where you will mostly deal with lean, Six Sigma, sustainability, agile manufacturing, industry 4.0, industry 5.0, all those stuffs comes into picture. And finally the robotics and automation, what is having a plenty of scope. So it is very basic for you people to learn something on C code and M code. Either it is Siemens or Fanuc. A basic to control the, because now we are not doing some codings, but to understand the coding process, to control the logical systems, you need to know the basics of coding. Right now, we are all moving towards Industry 5.0. Now, Industry 4.0 got saturated. Industry 5.0 is moving ahead, where first we started with Industry 1.0, 2.0, where batch product, a single production, then assembly production, then mass assembly line, then mass production. Then slowly IoT got into started Industry 4.0. Now Industry 5.0 is completely on artificial intelligence, which means a human brain is replaced with a computer. Whatever you think, whatever you do, an artificial intelligent device is fixed to it to do all the jobs in the company. So it is very necessary for us to touch with that. So I'll just give a brief on what are the aspects that can be done over there. So in the aerospace industry, if you think we have a research domain, design domain, manufacturing domain, operation and maintenance, and aircraft, because almost 47 ISRO centers in India alone, and they have too many sister concerns like Godrej. Godrej is the maximum subcontractor which is dealing with ISRO. If you think Godrej is a fridge or something, no, they produce too many specific. What is that? Godrej Philips is also there. They are pioneer in making aerospace components. And again, when you go for automotive industry, you have domain in design, manufacturing, distribution and markets. Distribution and markets, like where you have the third party distributor, like everywhere you'll have a Hyundai showroom where distribution is happening. So everywhere a mechanical engineer will be required. So and when you go for chemical industry, of course, like that covers oil companies or chemical manufacturing. And if you want to make much of money, oil and gas is a better industry where you can go to Gulf abroad, because by 2050 there will be no more oil extraction. So if you want to earn something in next 30 years, the best job will be in oil and gas in abroad, like where you have again plenty of QA, QC engineer, painting engineer, coating engineer, non-destructive testing engineer, plant engineer, maintenance engineer, erection engineer. You have lot of opportunity in that as well. And of course, when you go for electronic industries, again the design, manufacturing of component and complete display, inspection, everything will be done by the mechanical engineers. And finally with marine, This develops the hull ships or what are the fabrication of ship has to be done. You have like again master things which is going to be done. And the new export area is underwater welding, which is the highest paid job, highest paid job for each and every dive, which means for 4 to 5 hours you will be earning minimum 50,000 to 1 lakh just for 4 to 5 hours of dive. You will earn minimum 50,000 to 1 lakh, but it is highly risky. Of course, you are going to dive inside deep sea of around 300 feet or 500 feet or 1000 feet sometimes for checking the oil and gas lines. It has both the domains, welding as well as inspection. If there is any leakage in deep sea, of course, there is a mechanical engineer needed to understand the basics and go and do the testing. So underwater welding or testing is the highest paid job right now in the market scenario. More than a professor or more than a scientist, they are earning much. Okay. Okay, sir. Now we got a concept like what are the different domains actually a mechanical engineer can be looped into. Then what are the ways? Like what should I acquire to get into things? Because now the complete world is running with the system. See, I'm sitting somewhere in Srinagar, somewhere in NIT Srinagar, Kashmir, which is almost 3,000 kilometers from your college premises, and we are connected together by a system. So basically everything goes with the software. So the basic software to be known as a mechanical engineer, if you are in design, like of course you know CAD, Proya, CATIA, Proya, CATIA, then you have like Hypermesh, like lot of software. At least know one or two software, basic softwares. That is very very mandatory. Then when you go for analysis, like the structural analysis and rigidity, how the toughness is going to be, how the tension is going to be, how the load bearing capacity is going to be, everything goes on analysis. That comes with your testing and material inspection and stuff. That again happens with the software. You are not going for online actual examination. You have to again examine it from. So ANSYS you might be knowing. DFOAM also it will be quite pretty software, and COMSOL is the best software what you can learn. They are giving student version and they organize seminar every month for students at free of cost, so that this is the software that can interlink both CFD and structural analysis, because you need not to learn CFD separately. You have the option in COMSOL to combine both structural and fluid mechanics in COMSOL. So that would be the best software what I suggest, because if you are learning this software, for sure you'll get a better package. Of course, when you think of coding, why I'm writing this Python is, don't be judgmental and don't narrow down yourself. I'm a mechanical engineer, I'll just do this. No, that is not going to work in the industry anymore. If you are just a mechanical engineer, you will be getting paid maximum of 4 to 5 lakhs. But if you have the coding language with Python, where you can integrate with system and control automation and things, you will be getting minimum package of 8 to 10 lakhs with a single coding language, which will not take hardly more than a month. If you are in first year or second year or third year or final year, you are in the starting of the semester, just spend 3 months. Like you might be having vacation, of course, like you will have this summer vacation at the end. That 15 to 30 days, that is more than enough. Join some fast track Python courses and learn, or if you have some friends who can teach you better, learn. There are plenty of YouTube channels which are teaching Python online at free of cost. So whatever you do, just learn at least this one coding language, which will improve your job profile, right? Then when you want to work on industry, actually on research and development, you have to know something on optimization, because everything in research is optimized. So there are two softwares called as Minitab and MATLAB. You should have the basic knowledge about it. Then in factory management, you have to understand what is the workflow in a complete thing. What is the supply chain? What is happening? What is the time taken for traveling? Everything cannot be checked, calculated every time. So again, you have some softwares called as Arena and Factory IO. Arena gives you the simulation of, you can simulate how the factory actually works and calculate what is the time taken, what is the ideal time maintained, what is the inventory required, what is the delay time which is going to happen over the process, what is the total time, and you can add cushion time also over there. And Factory IO is the virtual reality of your factory, which means you can virtually see what is going to happen in your factory, because before erecting some plant or something, you have to simulate a complete factory and see the operation how it is happening, just like what you do in your SolidWorks, make some models, simulate it and see its working action. Same way in factory IO, you can simulate a complete factory. These softwares, these two softwares are not more than 200 to 300 MB. You can just download, just like your normal app, what you have, your Facebook, in your mobile, Facebook app is more than 300 MB right now, like around 200 to 300. If you are using normal app, like your Word is around 500 to 600 MB, MS Word is. So these softwares are quite simple, and that will be giving more knowledge on factory management. Then data analytics. Why I put this over here is, most of the people, those who are in mechanical engineering, they have a mindset in company that they can be molded into any form. They are good logical thinkers, they are good managers, they are good analysts. So most of the job profile given to mechanical engineers are business analyst, system analyst, or these things. For having analysts, you might be having dealing with lot of data. For knowing the data, you should have these two softwares. You should not learn everything, you just specify what you are good in, what you are going to get with. So try to learn at least one or two softwares in 2 to 3 places, like at least 3 to 4 combinations, because now if you are good in only one thing, you are not required any point, because multitasking is more than required right now. You have to work as a manager, you have to work as a worker, you have to work as a supervisor, and sometime you have to act as a client too. And finally, skill courses. Apart from this, what I said about NDT or testing, or other courses like management skill or professional communication, all this you have to acquire if you want to get into a better job profile. If you are getting something out of it, I can assure you your package will be around 8 to 10 lakhs in today's market scenario. So if you are just being a mechanical engineer, you will get around 3 to 5 lakhs. That anyhow you'll be getting it. And if in on a condition you are a better mechanical engineer, you are a better mechanical engineer with basic skill sets. If you are learning this software, your things will move aside, like you will be getting a play package of around 8 to 10 lakhs. This is the normal package with these areas. And advanced technology and highly paid job. If you want to work in a company which is going to pay you more than 10 lakhs, of course, if you are going to get paid more, you should have something more than a mechanical engineering. From normal mechanical engineering, you should have something more. So robotic and automation control is the best profile what I could suggest right now for today's generation. If you are too good with Arduinos, drones management, because health and safety and what do you call this, climate change, then disaster management, they have lot of requirement in drones, robotic and automation. You have lot of hackathons which is happening. And if you want to make money while studying, just participate in hackathons. With your ideas, you can earn in lakhs. Like even my students, they were in Aurangabad last month, and we got the first prize in Smart India Hackathon by spending 2 days putting our ideas and making it present, and we got 1 lakh cash award. So robotic and automation, the best thing if you are going to sit and control stuff. Of course, apart from that, industrial management and product lifecycle management, you have to learn something on that. For this, you should know something on some courses on Six Sigma, Lean, Agile, sustainability, climate change, and products lifecycle management. You have a specific course. So if you are doing all these things, apart from things, these are quite higher than what you get with your normal packages. And if you are knowing any one of this, either IoT or machine learning or deep learning, being a mechanical engineer, knowing something on machine learning, your minimum job value in the market will be 12 to 15 lakhs. Minimum, you will be getting 12 to 15 lakhs, because most of the R&Ds, those who are working, are in need of machine learning or deep learning experts who is a mechanical engineer who has a basic knowledge of machine learning and deep learning. And finally, it is artificial intelligence. Without this is actually decreasing things. So I don't say like we are running in a race. Of course, we are running a race. We are not like, if you are waiting for a day, you are going to lag for a week. If you are waiting for a week, you are going to lag for a month. If you are waiting for a month, you are going to lag for a year. Which means if you are not going to get your job after your company, I mean after your course, if you, the time you are delaying, the time you are wasting, the time you are delaying your career, that is going to pushing, that keeps on pushing, that keeps on pushing. So artificial intelligence is now replacing the entire world, where you are creating a human replica that control the entire system. So this is hi-fi thing. Like if you are good in artificial intelligence, your package will be around 20 lakhs plus. So let's not, if you are really interested in it, like artificial intelligence, you have a lot of scope, so that can be done. And of course now this data science, if you're a data science or a data analyst, your minimum salary, minimum salary is 30 to 40,000 in your locality itself. You don't want to go anywhere. Again, for this you have to know that enterprise is supplying ERP, then MIS, management information system, then that SPSS, all this data analytics softwares to be known. This is the basic things of data science. Of course, for knowing any of this, you need Python. That is the only reason I told go with Python. That is one which is going to give you maximum input, right? Then of course other skill courses, whatever others, piping course, painting course, C-ship, entity, all these courses you might be known for going abroad. So that also will give you a broad domain. So finally, before concluding, like these are the domains actually you have a scope being a mechanical engineer. Either it is our automotive industry or power or energy industry, it's a steel industry where Jindal Steel is the maximum producer of steel right now, where you have like Tata Steels, all those things are there. Then cement industry, of course, they need mechanical engineers. Metallurgical industry, where Murugappa, it's a big group that completely deals with metallurgy. They need mechanical engineers. Consumer goods industries, where what are the things? Logistic and supply chain. Logistics and supply chain. That comes completely with a service oriented thing, where consumer goods, whatever they are getting consumed, everything is getting manufactured. So pharmaceutical, like of course, like again tablets or things are again manufactured. You have chemist or pharmacist to derive the formula, but they cannot manufacture stuff. Again, they need some mechanical engineer for process optimization, for production and manufacturing, packing, delivery, everything. Of course, textile and clothing industry, you have a lot of machineries that involved in process that required mechanical engineers. Of glass industry, because it completely go with the process of making the brittleness or the transparency. Food and beverages, like you have chemical engineers or chemists to maintain or preserve the product for an increased time, but again the process and the machineries has to be completely controlled by the mechanical engineer. Of course, in the chemical industry, because lot of corrosion and erosion happening there, you need to apply your logic on preventing that from corrosion and erosion. Apart from that, whatever I said before, that also can be added, like something on coding. So now you would have understood what are the different job profiles you can get inspired, you can get through as a mechanical engineer. Which means wherever you see the job, whatever you are seeing, it is a mechanical engineer's job. So various role heads you can get into ISRO, DOD, CSR, public, private. You have like aeronautical, automobile, chemical, nuclear, steel, metal. All things are there. Maybe in technical or marketing, sales, engineering management, and software development. You have plenty of roles as a mechanical engineer, and these are the government companies. What is actually can be get through for this? You have to give gate, because everyone recruit through gate, no other option. All the PSUs now made gate as mandatement. So to break, to get through this, you have to crack the gate at the earlier stage. So if you have not done anything before, at least now have the habit of registering for gate and apply for it. That will actually help you in your technical interviews for your placements. If you are not having any priority for this as well, just register and give gate. That will give you a lot of logical thinking and creativity and time management that is needed for your job placements. And of course, like software companies, you might be having in your colleges most of the things where is given. This thing was completely shared by Devraj sir, like this job profile and stuff, everything. So you might be aware of all these things. Like, of course, when I see this, I have friends working in Microsoft, Wipro, TCS, Satyam, IBM, CSC. I'm not aware. Accenture, I know people. Oracle, girl from 2014 got placed Infosys. Google people are there. Nokia, that most it is done right now. HSBC, my friend is working. Deloitte, people are there. CTS. Of course, like everywhere, I have people till Qualcomm. I know, like Infotech. These are the companies what I know where my friends are actually working. Bank of America, my friends and so on. Of course, Honeywells, you have Dell, you have, uh, of course, a mechanical publication. I have some of my friends who is working over there, or mechanical engineers. So it is not that like if you are a mechanical engineer, you don't have any job profile over here. I myself in 10 years of journey could connect these many people working at different spots. Of course, like I'm teaching since 2014 from NIT Trichy to NIT Kashmir. So all my students are also placed in some of the companies over here. So basic skill requirement, of course, apart from other things, if you want to get a job in today's market scenario, you should have strong analytical skill, ability to solve complex problems, creative and innovative. You cannot be a bookworm at all. Visualizing and conceptual, because everything has to be visualized before you're processing. Ability to translate idea into reality, that is what your mind to market is. Ability to apply science and solve practical problems, because everything has a logic behind it to be solved. Teamwork and communication skills, this actually works. This is the basic and best thing actually needed in any of the company. The way you improve your communication that and collaborate with your team, you'll get a better opportunities. So of course, final touch will be on higher education. You can give GATE and you can go for government job, PhDs, and MTech in NITs and IITs, where GATE is actually required. It would be better option, because if you are clearing GATE, minimum you are going to get 12.5 stipend, and you will do your MTech, or you can get PhD directly, or UGC and CSIR. You have a lot of things to do with ring. And if you want to go abroad, you have to crack GRE, graduation engineering, like English, TOEFL, test of English as foreign language, IELTS in different countries. For US, GRE required. For rest of the country, TOEFL or IELTS is more than enough. Then if you want to earn more in a short duration of time, better option would be a B mechanical with MBA from IIM, clearing CAT. My friend, my classmate is working right now in a company, and his annual package is 1.5 crore. A mechanical engineer turned into a manager, and his package right now per annum is 1.5 crore. My own classmate, so I can even share his contact detail as well. So this is what your education, if you are planning for, it will they do. So finally, what are the smart ways to get your job is, right away go create a LinkedIn account. If you don't know what is LinkedIn account, it is just like your Facebook, Insta, that is for professional people. Create a LinkedIn account, get connected with people in your domain, your seniors, your alumni, everyone. Register to this NCS national. This is for job portal. I don't like, sorry. This is from Ministry of Labor and stuff. This particular link, if you register, you will get job notification from government, private, everything through government. If you register this, for sure within a month you will know. Apart from that, you know something on Shine, Naukri, Sarkaria. Better register everywhere, because you don't know where God will knock your door for success. Do internship, even if you're in final year, at least do internship some company for 15 days or 30 days, whatever is possible. Do internship, that will give you a lot of exposure actually what the company is needed, because what we are studying is something different from what company is actually needed. Improve communication, of course, confidence level, because if you don't have confidence, you cannot survive in industry. learn some coding skills, that is very, very mandatory, and do some additional courses like design, entity, logical thinking, etc. Minimum, if you're in second year, 4 projects of your interest has to be completed to prove yourself in the job market. These are the smart ways to get your job done in today's scenario. Then the best way would be participate in technical events and build contacts. Only with contacts everything works. Whoever you are, whatever you do, however technically sound you are, however good you are with your skills, without contacts nothing is working in country like India. So participate in technical events rather than going for any cultural stuff. If you are more focused about your career, even technical will have some cultural events. So participate in technical events and build your contacts with the outside environment. Finally, I would suggest with this, success is just like an iceberg. What people see is this, but behind that, you have to be persistent. You have to accept your failure. You have to sacrifice lot of your things, maybe your, period time with your friends or family and stuff, so before getting a success. You have to be more dedicated. You should be more hard work. You should be more disciplined. This is the foremost thing what is going to bring you a success. And finally, I'll conclude my things with a quote. If you want to be, if you want to save a person, you have to be a doctor, and if you want to save the world, become a mechanical engineer. Thank you very much for the opportunity. If you have any queries, you can just get to me. I can. If you have any queries, you can go ahead. Like, I'll be happy to answer. Maybe take more than 5 minutes, please, because already meeting started. Like, I have to go and join there as well.
No questions? Nothing. Hey. So thank you very much for your kind exploring webinaring for our students on different opportunities in the mechanical stream, on different companies and platforms where the mechanical engineering students get chances to get in and earn some good packages. And also thank you for your sharing the higher education details for our students, sir. On behalf of Department of Mechanical Engineering, students and faculty, I would like to express my sincere thanks to you. I would like to thank our head of the department, Dr. A. Hemant Kumar, who given this platform for the students to gain knowledge. And in the same way, I would like to thank our institute, Annamachar Institute of Technology and Sciences, where we are all under this cover, gaining knowledge through events like this because of you, resource persons. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and it was good meeting you people. Thanks the management as well as, of course, Devaraj sir for inviting me with us. Thank you all.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. I think we'll call it a and
Yeah,
contact you again soon. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Bye.